Hello you, and welcome back to Thorpe Camp Part 2. If you haven't seen Part 1, be sure to check it out, or you'll be missing the Lancaster bomber as it does a fly past. In this vlog we'll check out the rest of what the museum has to offer, starting with me nearly running someone over. It's lucky I know them. First we take a look at the wartime living room. Looks quite cosy. Very old world bijou, as Hyacinth might say. My nan used to make cakes like that. And a fantastic job she did of them too. Now it's time to try reversing out of here, which can be a little bit difficult when you've only got one eye and you're looking for people both sides. Just look at that joystick control, let's see it from a different angle. Smooth, if I do say so myself. And that's what the cosy place looks like after bomb damage. Pretty disastrous for all involved. I can't imagine what it's like. In this section they also had photos from various areas including Boston, Skegness, Lincoln, Grimsby and Grantham showing bomb damage. And here's a scene showing what one of those unexploded bombs could look like. And there's the bomb. What I didn't notice at the time is the bomb has a projector next to it, and on the ceiling you could see a projection of what the Blitz looked like in the skies. The outdoor facilities. A pot in an owl on a bench. I don't think that would work for me. The much needed shelter. Also known as Anderson's shelters, they were issued free to all households who earned less than £250 a year. Those with higher incomes were charged £7. That's one creepy doll. This scene is depicting the office of the Air Raid Warden. You'd better pay attention to the blackout time. Some gas masks, including one for a baby. Again, it's time for some skillful turning round. Vehicle reversing. Do you know who's friend or who's foe? Find out in a minute when I get back to this sign and decide it's a good idea to play a little game. A very short little game. The sign says these are not photographs of soldiers posing for a good picture. These are all genuine photographs taken of men fighting at Arnhem. Nearly 2,000 of them are still there. He's either had a very bad shave or his face is falling apart. Whatever's going on, it looks rather sore. Planning for a parachute drop. Another sign said forwards, backwards or sideways, you're still going down. Now I was trying to get a shot inside the window here, but I forgot I could stand up and have a look in. Instead I just wheeled on. Now it's time for a game of friend or foe. What do you think this is? Friend or foe? Friend? That's right, it's the Lancaster. That's what we've been seeing going overhead today. Now I have to be honest with you, yes I did think that was the Lancaster, but I checked beforehand just to be sure, so I didn't look like a fool. Naughty naughty. I have to apologise for the clicking sound you sometimes hear in the videos, that's just the brakes on the wheelchair clicking on and off. Also sometimes you hear a loud crack sound, that's just my weight on the wheelchair making it scream. The uniform of a wartime nurse. You can see what I mean from my last video when I say the museum is a little bit like a TARDIS. From the outside it's just a small entrance, but inside there's all of this. This section is about the Great Escape. This is an example of what a prison of war camp looked like. During what is known as the Great Escape, there are 3 tunnels: Tom, Dick and Harry. The operation was very secretive and everyone had to refer to the tunnels by their names. The mass escape took place on the night of the 24th of March 1944. The alarm was raised when escapee number 77 was spotted. Only 3 men made it back to Britain. Another 50 were executed by firing squad. I'm not sure what they were displaying here. They were packing up by the time I got there. I think this scene was supposed to be like the officer's mess. I'm pretty sure that guy had a hard time playing the piano. Someone's gone and knocked his head off. It's certainly not possible to show you all the exhibits in the museum or to read through every sign, so I highly suggest, if you can manage it, to visit Thorpe Camp. There's certainly lots to see and you can book a go on one of their flight simulators. This is an Armstrong Cheetah Aero engine, first introduced in 1935 and remained in production until 1948. It's a 7-cylinder, single-row, supercharged, air-cooled radial engine and produced 345 horsepower. It was mainly used to power Airspeed Oxford and Avro Anson training aircraft during World War II. If you don't believe me, this sign says so. And there's the Airspeed Oxford. And the Avro Anson. He's looking a little bit sorry for himself. At least his life raft is a bit bigger than a door. This is a Link ANT-18 trainer used in 1942. It was in production from the 1930s to the 1950s and was the first true flight simulator, providing safe instrument training to hundreds and thousands of students. It was mounted on a turntable and 4 vacuum bellows moved a system of valves which would simulate a wide range of flying maneuvers. And here's a picture of it in use. It was just the exit here, so I turned round to look at the rest. A little bit of a tight squeeze, but I managed it.
Thorpe Camp Visitor Centre was the communal site of Woodhall Spa. Here at the camp you can enter the...
This is a map of RAF Woodhall Spa. Today, little of the airfield itself remains. The former airfield communal site is where we are now at Thorpe Camp Visitor Centre.
Thorpe Camp today remembers all 4 squadrons that were based at Royal Air Force Woodhall Spa. We would very much appreciate your feedback on TripAdvisor or Google.
I'll be sure to leave my feedback on TripAdvisor or Google. For a moment I thought about going out this way, but I didn't think I'd fit through without wrecking the whole place. Sorry, can't get out that way.
Don't worry.
Thank you. I thought I'd have another look at this poor drifting crewman from another angle. There is space to get round all the displays, but you have to be on the ball and smooth on the joystick. Quick, snappy movements don't do anything. This area shows images and the crew of the Havilland Mosquito, also known as the Wooden Wonder, due to the fact the Mosquito was mostly made out of laminated wood, apart from its engines, mountings, and control surfaces. This meant the aircraft was lightweight and fast, with a promised speed of 400 miles per hour. Setting the Mosquito at 30,000 feet, it outpaced the slower Lancaster and Halifax bombers, making it the perfect aircraft for pathfinding. In this section, I think we also saw a wheel from the Mosquito and part of the rudder, although I can't quite remember what the sign said, so let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. This diorama represents a section of A Flight number 627 Squadron, RAF Woodhall Spa, towards the end of May 1944, with the Mosquito undergoing works. I certainly don't know everything and give thanks to the signs that tell us that this is an impression of the view from the control tower of RAF Woodhall Spa, with the Mosquitoes of 627 Squadron taking off for a night visual target marking operation in support of a bomber command raid on a military target in France in preparation for D-Day. This is a model of a dam, similar to one that the dam busters would have targeted on the 17th of May 1943. In fact, I think it's specifically supposed to be the Möhne Dam in Germany. Please do feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, and also if I absolutely messed up saying its name. I know some people say Möhne Dam. My leg was really cramping up in the wheelchair, but I would have been far more exhausted walking round. This is a standard issue Irving flying jacket for those flying way up high where the Lancasters and Mosquitoes went. It's made from heavyweight sheepskin with a thick wool fleece lining built to withstand the cold temperatures in unpressurized planes which could drop to minus 40 degrees C.
What's in there? Battleships. I can't get round. It's all been very accessible so far, apart from the little tiny bit next to me, which is really good.
A little bit of an obstacle course in places, but without that, how else will I practice my driving skills? A model of the Lancaster bomber, such a brilliant plane.
The main time takeoff begins 10 o'clock, time arrival. Over the packet at 10, engine liaison gunners and check over the gear during the day, and the ground crews are on the engine. So now there's nothing much for the aircraft.
This guy had been there most of the day doing a great painting of one of the planes you can see hanging from the ceiling. And now we're going to have a look around the Mike Hodgson personal collection. For some reason I really struggled to say his name. Mike. Oh, look at the cute doggy. I like how they set out this window as a shop front.
Hundreds and hundreds of different helmets, and they're all slightly different. Kinds of helmets.
Reversing once again with a spinny spin. And another quick look at the cute dog with his tongue sticking out. Ah, he must have been shy, so he hid. I don't know if you can hear, but I certainly can on my headphones. It's raining heavily outside.
Sounds like it's raining.
Oh, it's definitely raining.
Oh dear. I don't know if you can hear it. Beep, 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 beep.
That beeping tells me the head camera battery has just died.
Oh dear. I don't know if you can hear it through the microphone or the camera, but it is definitely raining outside, and it did definitely just thunder as well. And I'm rolling around in my wheelchair, and I did not bring the umbrella or anything else. Oh dear. I think I'm going to be stuck here for a little bit.
Well, at least I can take the camera off my hat now and stop looking like a wally.
It is definitely raining. I definitely made the error of leaving the umbrella back at the car, causing it to rain, obviously. Just had a look on my phone app and it says rain for the next hour, sitting here quite comfortably for an hour. I think I need to use the SOS button right now.
Unfortunately, the SOS button really doesn't do much. At least there are a few interesting things to look at. The rain eased a tiny bit here, and you can see me making a mad dash for it. Unfortunately, I make a very rookie mistake.
You might recognise the dinghy behind me, and that's probably because I've been in here before. I just made a very stupid mistake. I made a mad dash for the next door, forgetting that the next door went back into the same building I was already in.
So here's another thing you've seen before, along with far more rain. Eventually it slowed enough, so I thought I'll risk it.
Some big old searchlights. You don't want that shining in your face. Have I just made a mistake of coming down this very narrow path with boggy land either side of me? Let's see if I can turn around.
No, is the answer. Does anyone have a tow? I'm just lucky I can get up and shift myself. And we're back on track.
I only just managed to turn around only because I got up slightly off the wheelchair. I don't think I'll be going on too much boggy grass right now. It did rain an awful lot.
After all that rain, it went sunny again, and you can hardly tell that it rained at all. Apart from all the water. However, this pause in the rain was only to lead you into a false sense of security, because it was going to chuck it down again. If I thought I'd seen it rain earlier, I was wrong. But it really shows how the British just keep calm and carry on. Have a bit of a sing-song, and who cares if the start of Noah's Ark story is happening. Spitfire tea room was nice, along with the bar, both of which I should have used more, but I was far too busy rolling around and filming. Maybe next year. It was quite a walk to go from one end to the other, and to keep filming different bits, so I'm glad I did bring my chair. I thought I'd give you one last look around this area, and then we'd have a quick whiz around to see if anything interesting was happening. I was also filming a little time-lapse at the time, so we'll have a look at that in a minute. Now we've reached the end, we'll have a quick whiz around and see what's going on. This is a Marconi keyboard display trainer. It was used to train RAF personnel in communications and radar. Here you can see someone using the flight simulator. A quick look around the aircraft hangar. If you want to see it in more detail, check out the first video. It sounded like they were having a jolly good time outside. That's alright.
You need a belt.
Oh, I've got a really bad horn.
Oh, well done. What's that?
It's Winston Churchill again. A very quick look at the Lancaster hut. Be sure to check out part 1 for a more detailed look inside. Now that table's been cleared away, we get a better look at Headless Nick and his piano. Do you want a beer, Nick? Oh, yeah, sorry. It was here I was told it was starting to rain again, so I thought I'd better get moving or I'll be trapped. And yes, I did get wet going to the marquee, and just about squeezed on the end. And oh boy, did it rain.
Not forgetting me, absolutely divine, Miss Lily Lovejoy.
Thank you once again. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day as much as you can. Well, Alan, you take the way.
Some sunny day, yes, a little bit ironic. The good old British stiff upper lip. Nothing like sitting out in the rain having a bit of a sing-song. All we were missing was a cup of tea.
You were warm and incredible. Thank you so much for venturing out to join us here at Thorpe Camp.
I think I can safely say it's definitely raining. Luckily, I'm under the tent. Just.
If you were lucky enough to be here while the
And it rained more, and nobody wanted to move. And it got heavier.
we've done Thorpe Camp now for about 14, 15 years.
What you can't hear the lady saying is that they've been doing Thorpe Camp now for 14 or 15 years, and they only used to have little umbrellas. So she's saying thank you very much to whoever on the committee thought that gazebos would be a good idea, and I'd like to say thank you very much to them as well. Finally, when the rain died down, it was time to go home. So on this very wet note, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Please give the video a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Keep well and tatty bye.